and we will be evaluating Mark. Right. Mark is the time permitting, I'll be providing an educational overview. Kevin will be our second evaluator. Susan will be our most attentive listener. At this time, we'll go ahead and move into educational for the meeting. Mark is going to be our first speaker, and Mark is going to be speaking on communicating on video. Number 4 out of that manual, press conference. Manage smoothly and adversarial confrontation on a controversial or sensitive issue. Communicate clearly your organization's viewpoint present and maintain a positive image. Before we do that, we want to go ahead and look at our word of the day, by Marion. That's going to be Brett. So what's the word of the day? Sorry. The word of the day is pretentious. Pretentious. Definition of pretentious, according to Merriam-Webster. Having or showing the unpleasant quality of people who want to be regarded as more impressive, successful, or more important than they actually are. You know, exactly what the night is to try to incorporate the use of that word as much as possible. We'll have our first speaker, will be Mark DeVoe. The title of his speech is Surviving Obamacare Death Spiral. Please help me welcome Mark DeVoe.
All right. Before I get started, I want to just set some ground rules. This is a live press event, and so I'm going to be spending about 3 to 5 minutes presenting my case on how to survive the Obamacare death spiral. So for the timer, you've got 2 different timings that you have to do. One is 3 to 5 minutes, and then we have a 2 to 3 minute question and answer period. And the expectation is that there will be some hostile questions. Since we're not able to get the Hangout to work the way I was hoping to, we'll have to use the old-fashioned method, and I'll call on different people when you have a question. So does everybody understand the objective of tonight's press event?
Yes.
I see the vertical heads.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What is a death spiral? Death spiral is a term from aviation where a pilot has lost control of his plane and he's spiraling faster and faster and faster into the ground. So what's the Obamacare death spiral? It's where healthy people are dropping out of Obamacare, which causes the rates to go up, which causes more people to drop out of Obamacare, which causes the rates to go up even higher. We've all seen the pretentious Professor Gruber videos where he was laughing about how easy it was to lie to the American people to convince them to support Obamacare. We saw Obama earn the Lie of the Year award for his, if you like your health insurance, you can keep your health insurance, period. At the end of last year, my Obamacare premiums were over $20,000 a year, and my deductible had risen to over $4,000 a year. And I was paying an Obamacare fine, even though I had health insurance. That's a dark little secret. you have to pay a fine of about $1,000 a year for the honor of having Obamacare. So I contributed to the death spiral of Obamacare. Tonight, I'm going to present an organization that has helped me survive and will help you survive the Obamacare death spiral. That's Samaritan Ministries. It's a health sharing organization. It's not insurance, but it is mentioned in the Affordable Care Act as an exemption. So you don't have to pay the penalty for not having insurance if you're part of one of the few registered health sharing organizations. The way this organization works, and similar organization works, is every month members are obligated to send a fixed amount to what I would describe as a GoFundMe account for an individual needing assistance. So last month, I sent my check to a lady in Atlanta who was undergoing treatment for stage 3 cancer. Again, it's not insurance. It's a group of people that are agreeing to pay for other people's health expenses. Since it's not insurance, there's no lifetime limit. There's no maximums for an event. Last year, there was a girl that needed $3 million worth of treatment, and it was all covered. What happens is you have a shareable expense, it gets published, and then the organization essentially sets up a GoFundMe site for you, and the individual members send checks addressed to you that should end up being the amount of your expense. Again, it's not insurance, so you're responsible for your health care. And it puts you in a different situation. So you're responsible for trying to negotiate the best deal and the most care for the most money, least amount of money. What I found surprising is you can get cash discounts. You can get some doctors to not charge you for a lot of procedures because they find that they don't have to fight an insurance administrator. That's what you're going to have to do to survive the Obamacare death spiral, is join one of these health sharing organizations like Samaritan Ministries and understand that it's not insurance, it's not third-party paying, it's not single payer, it's self-paying. But the advantage is you control your own health care. You can do what I did and jump off the Obamacare death spiral. Are there any questions?
Can you tell me about the 3 levels of Obamacare? Isn't there's a lower level, a medium level, and a higher level? I think the highest level is called gold, the medium level is called silver, and
there's also copper. And it depends on who you're getting your Obamacare through. The copper is the least amount of premiums, but it's also the highest deductible. So you can end up with, if you have a copper plan, you can end up with deductibles over $10,000 a year. The silver plan, which is what I was on, the premiums were a little over $20,000 a year, and the deductibles were about $4,000. I have to look at the details for the gold program, but the premiums are going to be significantly higher. And what I found is that the deductibles were not lower than that. Any other questions?
I've got one. I don't understand why your premiums are so high, because when I looked up Obamacare, just checking it out online, maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. Even the gold plan for an individual was running something like, I think, $300 to $400 a month. Am I incorrect, or I mean?
Well, you are correct. The problem with Obamacare is it did away with family plans. So each member of your family adds up. And so when you have a family of 6, like I do, each one gets its own $300 added to it. So yeah, you're right. You saw an individual of $300 a month, and that's probably what I pay why I was paying just for my part. But they did away with family plans, and so it just adds up if you have a large family. Any other questions on the health sharing part? Yes, Brett.
Well, I would like to point out another option is that you can get, it's possible to go with the bronze plan, which is the lowest tier, in order to lower your premiums and then buy some reinsurance to cover the amount of your deductible. So you can end up it's actually cheaper to have a bronze plan plus the reinsurance than to buy the gold plan.
Well, you can actually save a lot more money if you go with one of these health sharing organizations. I'm able to save over $15,000 a year in premiums, and I don't have a deductible. Lauren.
So 3 minutes. I've just given you your 3-minute warning.
Oh, okay. Well, if we've got time for one more quick question, or we can just wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Mark, question.
All right.
Mark, well, all the people that are getting off the Obama spiral, they are intending to stay on the spiral to ensure that everybody else has insurance. You want young, healthy people in the program so that they can support the people who are in the program. Just like Social Security. You want workers to work, so when you get old, you have people continue to fund it for you. But when the people become old, they have young people funding it for them. That's my understanding how the plan works.
Well, if Obamacare hadn't been set up on multiple lives, I would agree with you. But you're under no personal obligation to support a lie, essentially. And that's what actually will accelerate the Obamacare death spiral. As more and more people drop out of it, it's going to be a problem because it's less and less affordable the more healthy people that drop out of it.
Then everybody will have to go to the program where they actually essentially hoping somebody will pay for their medication or pay for their hospital bill with the Samaritan thing, right? You got to hope that people will send money in for you to take care of the illness.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. So those organizations are based on the faith that the members will all contribute, and that's how it's been successful, is because it's not based on a lie. You trust that the people that join are going to pay for it. There are examples of people that have not, and then they are immediately removed from the organization. And so we've gone over a little bit, so that'll have to be it.
All right, very good. All right, thank you, Mark. That was a good presentation. Good questions from the audience. Now, at this time, we'll be hearing from Tammy Z. She'll be speaking about rock, paper, fitness how we can all say rock side. Yes.
Thank you. It's rock, paper, fitness, not rock, paper, scissors. It was purposely given the name because of the similarity to rock, paper, scissors that everyone knows to hopefully be a catchy name. Rock, Paper, Fitness is a local gym located on Azalea Road, close to Davidson High School. Some of you may have heard about it. Its motto is positive thoughts equal positive results. Its focus is primarily on women and communities and people that have a hard time fitting in anywhere else or doing anything as far as steps to take a healthy lifestyle, especially people that are obese and morbid obese. This is a good place for them to go to. With that, even pretentious people can go there and find a comfortable environment along with the community aspect, especially with it being primarily women. Sometimes us as women going into a normal gym or one of the bigger gyms, you're worried about people looking at you or the creepy guys or the old man over in the corner. And here at this place, you don't have those things. Rock Paper Fitness offers a variety of classes. With that being said, there's group classes, personal training, there's Pound Fitness, which is actually a fitness program that primarily focuses on the arms. There's these things that are similar to drumsticks. They weigh maybe a pound or so each, and you pound on the ground, you pound in the air. It's just a new thing to try, just a different way to get your fitness goals and doing it in a fun and creative way. With the personal training, you can go in there as part of a group class, do that, stay afterwards, or schedule it or anything if you need just a little bit more help to try to obtain your goals. Rock Paper Fitness has seminars that help people to learn and come up with different ideas as far as eating habits, things that you should eat, you shouldn't eat, and then all those things in between. One of the things that I've been able to help with some of the members that have become friends is saying, hey, you know, sleep is really important. If you're not getting enough sleep, sometimes your body's not able to go through that cycle at night, and then you may be stuck in a rut, not being able to lose weight or just get healthier. Part of what we do there is competitions amongst the members. Right now there is a 6-week competition going on with the ladies there, and the prize is actually to win a cruise for 2, which is pretty cool. I don't know of any other local gym or any gym that offers a prize such as a cruise, but the owner has tried to get strong motivators and real tangible things, not only that you can see in the mirror, but to say, hey, I lost 50 pounds and I want a 2-week cruise. Rock Paper Fitness, of course, supports itself and puts itself out with advertising, such as the t-shirt that I'm wearing. I wear it to the gym and try to wear it out and about. Some people say rock, paper, scissors, and then it opens up the conversation as far as, no, but let me tell you about what it is. So it supports itself and then also other local businesses. They just put in a merchandiser there that supports a local business / restaurant / pre-prep food, which is healthy, called Balance. A new place downtown, someone may have heard of before. Also with our members there, we have a lawyer, we have a lady and her husband that own a credit repair store, someone that does hair, nails, all these different things, and in there, those things are promoted amongst each other, and then also the business itself. Rock Paper Fitness is owned by Dee Thomas. She grew up traveling around as her father was in the military. She spent a lot of her time in Japan, which I think, looking back on her life and knowing her personally, it really helped to cultivate her own imagination and her own culture skills, people skills, because she's been exposed to so many things with her traveling growing up. When her family moved to Mobile, she finished high school and then went to South Alabama to get a four-year degree in physical education, which is one of the things that I really love because she has a passion for what she's doing, but she's also really educated on what she's doing. When you go there and you're doing an exercise that you've never done before, you're already uncomfortable because you're like, I'm not sure if I want to be here, but you have the confidence in knowing that what you're doing is not going to injure you. When you're doing a squat improperly, she's going to go over there and get onto you in a positive way, saying, hey, you're here to be healthy. I don't want you to hurt your back and have this problem for the rest of your life. So we do lots of fun things and we do different things, but we know at the end of the day that we're also in a safe place to do it. Her personally and her personality is encouraging, it's outgoing, she's fun to be around. She's really a beautiful person inside and out. She started teaching classes when she was at South Alabama doing Zumba, which mentored over into other community events, churches, races, things like that, even personal parties, birthday parties, and things like that as well. Spiritually also, she's really strong. She's a Christian, and this foundation that she has and her passion is health, but it puts her on a basis with people to where it can lead into other things. A lot of people that are really overweight and depressed, there's something else going on there. Emotional eating, we've all heard of that. That's a real thing that people go through. She's helping people to get past that stuff physically so that they can see what else is going on. I say that Rock Paper Fitness isn't just a gym, but it's her own personal ministry because she's really changing people's lives, and I've seen it personally. There's a woman there that's over 60 who has developed now some muscle toning in her arm, and she recently had a testimony of getting off her high cholesterol medication, and her doctor saying that she didn't need to come back for a year. There's another woman there that goes there that almost lost 100 pounds now, truly 100 pounds. She looks like a different person. She's got bad knees, and she's a mother of 2 children. To do that is a really, really big accomplishment. And she's done it naturally. She's done it following these regimens and just being true to what she was saying that she wanted to do, focused on the goals. There's another woman there that's a good friend of mine now that's also over 60. She previously used to teach. And then now that she's retired, she's just one of those encouraging members. When I'm over here struggling with push-ups and I look up and I see her over there pumping them out, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to step it up. So just the community itself, there's an array of people that are members, which helps to motivate us individually. Myself, I came in contact with her about 7 or 8 years ago when she was teaching a Zumba class at South Alabama. Immediately, I fell in love with it, and okay, I thought it was yellow next.
It was the yellow and green sometimes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was off with that. Okay. 7 or 8 years ago, I came in contact with her there, and then she started teaching at another gym where I was regularly able to go. With me personally, I've had really good results as far as my physical goals, and then also let's talk about spiritually, just a sense of community. I've gained some great friends and everything there. So if you guys yourselves or know of anyone that really needs a little guidance and wants to take that next step, definitely suggest Rock Paper Fitness to them. One of her famous sayings now is, please be blessed, be safe, and be successful. Thank you, you guys.
You sound like a real advocate for Rock Paper Fit. There's nothing suspicious about wanting to be healthy and fit. Now, at this time, I'm going to move to the tabletop portion of our program. And our tabletop of master will be Greg. Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters.
You can imagine that we're all human beings. Actually, you don't imagine that. Let's imagine for a moment that we're not human beings. So, Lawrence, I would like to ask you if you had the opportunity to choose another form other than a human being that was a animal from the sea. Please tell us what it would be. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the cave. If I had the opportunity to be any animal in the ocean, I think that I would be a whale shark. Whale sharks are most amazing animals. They're huge, monstrous animals. And they survive eating the smallest possible animals on the planet. They eat plankton. microscopic animals living in the ocean is their entire diet. I happened to be on a boat one time going out to an oil rig when I was working in the oil patch, and I came into this big pod of whale sharks. There was hundreds of whale sharks, and they were just swimming, just casually swimming along with these big, huge mouths. Huge mouths that were, big enough for a person to go inside. But that's what they were using to skim the plankton out of the water. Because you can imagine a 1,000-pound fish is going to have to eat a huge amount of food. And if that food is microscopic, he's going to have to suck up a lot of food. So these bees just swim around. They don't bother anybody. They don't do anything. They just wander around, going wherever they want to go, sucking up all the plankton they can eat. So if I was living in an octopus's garden, I would love to be a whale shark. Mr. Topic. Along those lines, Woody, I was thinking about animals. There's three, some animals are in the sea, some in the air, some on land. So Woody, if you had to select a land-based animal, please tell us what it is.
Okay. I think I want to be a lion, because a lion is the king of the jungle. You rules, And my grandson watches this program on television called Lion Guard. I don't know if y'all heard of it, but there was a movie out too. If you've heard of it. Okay. Anyway, apparently there was a movie. What was it? The first movie, the Lion King, and the hero of the Lion Guard is his son, right? And what's his name? Whatever. Zimba. Yeah, he's taken over now. He was the forest, and I guess he protects all the other animals and keeps order and all this. So the lion is the king of the forest, and he's going to be the king. Why not? If you're going to shoot for an animal, go for the king. That would be me, the lion.
So moving right along among the animal kingdom, Heather, please tell us what your animal would be if it was an air-based animal, an animal in the air.
Fellow Toastmasters, going along with sort of what Woody was saying, if I was going to be a land-based animal, air-based animal, then I would want to be at the top of the food chain, I guess. Because then I would have less predators and worry less, and I'd be, kind of like top dog, and I'd get to, have a wider variety of options, my animals eat stuff. So I don't know what the highest level on the air animal is, but all I can really think of is like, and they don't really get hunted a lot, I don't think. So I think if I were going to be an air-based animal, I would want to be an eagle. And they're pretty well known, I think, probably because they're stronger and they're more adapted to, I guess, any environment. Though I think that they are becoming sort of extinct. I don't know, I've heard that before, but I think that I still want to be at the top of the food chain, or more towards the top of the food chain. So I think I would choose the eagle.
Changing from animal to plant kingdom, Maurice, please tell us what plant you select.
In the plant
kingdom, what plant would I be? First one I thought about, one of the first ones I thought about, not because I want to be that one in particular, just when I was able to think about, is either a Venus flytrap or a pitcher plant. And with those types of plants, you have opportunity to eat insects or anything that gets trapped in there that will fit and that's edible. And I don't see too many predators in that realm of those flesh-eating plants. So if I were to be a plant, I would either be a Venus flytrap or a pitcher plant.
Excellent. Julius, without being pretentious, can you select an inanimate, natural, organic object? That means non-living, but not made by man, means natural.
This is Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters. It might be an inanimate, natural object. It would be a solid rock. A solid rock, because everybody wants to build a foundation on the solid rock. Foundation built on a solid rock has a very good chance of weathering the storm. And everybody wants to have something that's especially the solid as a rock. Anything that's solid as a rock is something that you want to have. And that's what I would like to be. I would like to be a solid rock for, just sometimes you look at a rock and a rock is maybe. This is solid. But yeah, solid rock is great. That's what I would like to do.
Lastly, Hedrick, it could be some object that was made by man, man-made object. Please tell me that, please.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. If I could be an object that was man-made, that's a tough subject. I think I would probably be some form of transportation, maybe a car or airplane. Airplane, because you would get to see various places. I'm assuming the man-made object can see. I'm not sure. You would get to travel. Also with traveling or being that object, you have the ability to bring people joy because they get to, due to traveling, they get to see different places they would normally never see. Most places that are good are too far to drive, so you save time with being able to provide that luxury for them to fly off into the sunset and maybe see family they haven't seen in a while. But I think a airplane would probably be my option.
Mr. Toastmaster, that concludes our topics of the night.
Good job. All right. Those are good topics from the Toastmaster. Now at this time we're going to move into the evaluation portion of our meeting. And our lead evaluator, general evaluator, is Willie Harris.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I will first evaluate Mark's speech on Obamacare. And I thought he did a great job, and a lot of things to like that I didn't really realize about Obamacare is okay, this is communicating on video, the press conference managed smoothly, and adversary confrontation on a controversial or sensitive issue. Communicate clearly your organization's viewpoint, present and maintain a positive image. Okay, I think he did all the things Well, a lot of things to like about Obamacare. I certainly didn't know the part about that you had to pay per family member. I didn't realize that even applied. And I think you said a few positive things about Obamacare, you said a lot of negative things about Obamacare, which you informed me certainly. And then in the question and answer period, I think you addressed the questions quite adequately. Obamacare is certainly a sensitive subject. Some people are for it, some are against it. I think the part of it that I like was the fact that a pre-existing condition thing where, it used to be that if you had one insurance and let's say you had a knee operation and you dropped that insurance and went to another insurance, they would not cover your knee because it was considered a pre-existing condition. So with Obamacare, they made a law that said you can't do that. That's a positive thing. But overall, I think you brought a lot of light to the subject. You handled it quite well. The questions and answers you handled excellently. And this business about this, what do you call it, that you buy into this Samaritan insurance? I've never heard of that. Sounds like a very interesting concept and a way around some of the pitfalls of Obamacare. I know that, like for example, I know one couple, they were paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 a month prior to Obamacare. Then Obamacare came along. They don't even have Obamacare, but their premiums went up to like $700 a month. So it certainly has had its effect on a lot of people. I happen to know that this doctor who works for Jeff Sessions, and when I see him at the gym, he just tells me that it's absolutely horrible. so a lot of people agree with the things you're saying. Hopefully, our Congress can work out something that's affordable for people and maybe get rid of some of these. And the spiral, I read about the death spiral, and you're absolutely right. As people drop out of the program, the premiums go up, and nobody can afford it, and the whole thing could just fold. So, I don't know. People need health insurance. Hopefully, we'll find a solution to this problem. But I thought you gave a great speech, a lot of good information. The Q&A, I think, was handled quite well. Good questions. And I think you addressed those questions very adequately. Okay. And to evaluate, let's see, Tammy's speech, who's evaluating Tammy? Heather. I'd like to have Heather come up and evaluate Tammy's speech.
Tammy's speech titled Rock, Paper, Fitness. I thought she did a really great job. Throughout the speech, I really sensed this positive vibe, and I thought that was great. I thought it was great in promoting Rock, Paper, Fitness. I also thought you had a great casual sort of conversational tone, which made it easier to follow and easier to understand what you're promoting. I was also trying to keep an eye out for what you could improve on, and I didn't really see any problems. I thought you were making great eye contact. I thought you had a great tone and you had some very good points. But what kind of got me was when there was an issue, I guess, with the light. And personally, if it were me, then I would try to keep going with this speech, and I would try not to mention it so it wouldn't distract from the purpose and everything. But other than that, I think you did really good again. And I thought you had many examples. So you provided plenty of evidence to back up why people should go to Rock, Paper, Fitness. I thought that was really good. I also thought that you made it clear that it was a very supportive environment and that you feel safer there and really gain something from going there, gain experience, and enjoy the people that were there. It's more of a community type setting. And I really felt that from what you were describing. And I thought that you were persuading the audience, everyone that was listening. I thought that you did that very effectively. And personally, I'd like to know more about Rock, Paper, Fitness and how I can maybe join or something. And so for most of these ratings, for your purpose, for clarity and your organization, speaking effectively, confidence. I thought you did excellent, and to me, there wasn't a lot that you really needed to improve on. Again, I was just trying not to divert from the speech, but other than that, I think you did a really good job. And all I had to say.
I agree. I think
I know.
good speech.
And anything yellow.
Very conversational, good eye contact. And I happen to agree, belonging to a health club is very positive. I belong to Pro Health, go there just about every day. And the difference it makes in the way you feel, that you have to work out is just phenomenal. So anyway, good speech. At this time, I would love to call on our timer, who is Lawrence Compton, to give us our see how we did on time.
Okay. This evening, without being pretentious, I think that everybody did a really wonderful job in what they did. For our speech, our first speech was Mark, and he was supposed to have a speech that lasted about 8 minutes total, and it lasted 10 minutes and 52 seconds. His talk was supposed to be 5 minutes, and it was 4 minutes and 57 seconds, which is right on the button. But he kind of got one too many questions in and expanded his 3 minutes of question and answers to 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Tammy, doing rock, paper, fitness, she was a 5 to 7 minute speech, and she also was a little bit over. She was 7 minutes and 52 seconds, but apparently she didn't see the yellow light, so she expanded her speech to wait until the yellow light came so that she could end it, and then the red light kind of caught her off guard. But so she was a few seconds over time. In our table topics, 1 to 2 minutes, my speech was 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Woody was 41 seconds. Heather was 1 minute and 17 seconds. Maurice was 0 minutes and 55 seconds. Julius was 0 minutes and 54 seconds. Kedrick was 1 minute and 5 seconds. For our evaluation, 2 to 3 minute evaluations, Woody's evaluation of Mark was for 2 minutes and 55 seconds, and Heather's evaluation of Tammy was 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Everyone did very well this evening. Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. Evaluator, that's right. Okay, Mr. Evaluator.
This time I'd like to call on our grammarian, who is Brett. You could give us tell us how we did on our grammar.
Starting with the word of the day was pretentious. Several people used that. Mark once, Lawrence once, Julius once, Tammy once, and Brett once. Maurice, no. Heather, no. Woody, no. No.
That's a little pretentious of you, Brett.
Okay.
That's right.
So the Lawrence used 4 times. 1 Kedrick 1 Woody so once. Let's run on sentences at least twice. And so anyway, at least once. Heather, the purpose and everything once. 2 O's. Join or something once. Use several. And it gets better, I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
There's a Marion police tonight. But Tammy had a problem with a 4-digit degree. It's a 4-year degree, 4-digit degree. 1 things like that. One time used the word really big. great friends and everything. Maurice. So, it reminded me of Johnny Carson. That's my report.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, one more.
I'm sorry, one, we saved the best till last. So tonight, I was really inspired by the concept of death spiral. And, you know, in the shipbuilding business, sometimes we had naval architects and we went round and round with engineers for the design spiral. But this tonight was the death spiral. Thank you.
Okay. General evaluation of the meeting. I thought the meeting started on time. We had two, I thought, excellent speeches. Table topics were tremendous, very, very well. I think everybody handled their topics well. And overall, I think we had a very productive meeting. And as we always say, I think we all learned a little something here this evening. And a very productive meeting. Very effective report there from our Marion. I don't think he missed a thing. Anyway, so, hold on, I said all. And that's your list.
He will.
And at this time, I would like to relinquish the lecture to our Toastmaster, Mr. Gilliam. Thank you very much.
Great job on the evaluation portion of the meeting. Looking at the time, I have an overview, but looking at the time, it would be 5 minutes. So I'm just going to return the record back to the trip.
Thank you very much. Tonight's meeting was very good. We really had some interesting things to talk about. So that was quite exciting. I liked both of those. Both of those speeches were very nice. Anyways, I would like to remind everyone that next week we are going to do, as part of the ending of the program, I believe, is going to be our inauguration of new members, new officers, so that when we start our month of July on the 10th, the 11th of July will be our first meeting, because we don't want to have a meeting on the 4th of July weekend. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that. Would you have our program for next meeting, Mark?
Yes, and Tammy will be our Toastmasters. First time. All right. So we want to wish you well with that. Our speakers, and I haven't, neither speaker has confirmed that they're going to give the speech, but Lois and JR are scheduled to give speeches next week. Brett is the reserve speaker. I'm a little bit concerned that the scheduled speakers may not show up. So Brett, if you can make sure you have speakers ready to go, that would be good. Table topics is Kedrick, and Maurice will be our general evaluator. And Lawrence, let's you and I meet sometime over the next week or two, and I'd like to have you set up the July 11th meeting. I have not set that one up yet.
To do what? Oh, you want me to set up July 11th?
The July 11th meeting. Let's work together and set that one up together.
Okay, I'll get in touch with you later in the week. I'll send you an email. We'll set up a time.
Okay, and to help make things easier for both of us, if everybody will go into Easy Speak and request your next speech, that makes things a lot easier.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And on top of that, I would highly suggest that if it is at all possible, please go on Easy Speak and tell us if you're even going to show up at the meeting. Then earlier in the week, if we can find out by Wednesday or Thursday that things need to be changed, that would make it a lot easier for us to find somebody to replace you if you can't make it and you're in any kind of position in the meeting. But definitely please try to let us know that you're coming to the meeting. Easy Speak is very easy to do that because you get an email, you just click on it and it says you're going to be here. So, is there anything else anyone has to bring forward for the good of the meeting? All right. Once again, if anyone wants to go to the TLI, please take that into consideration, and we will be giving the inauguration next week, so please enjoy it. Oh, one last thing. We do have pins now for everyone who has joined since and did not get a Toastmasters pin. So unfortunately, the person who has them is not here tonight, but I did give them out to some of the newer members that hadn't got them last week. And next week, I would like to give them out to those who do, who are here to get a pin. Did you get one yet, Tammy? Okay, you're just about to get one here. Okay, I'd like to present a pin this evening to one of our newer members who was not able to get a Toastmasters pin. I'd like to present a Toastmasters. Welcome to Hilltoppers Toastmasters, and please enjoy your pin. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll arrange to get that replaced for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us, and we will see you all next week.